Nyantechwa maybe am this ka be free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer easy convenient fast and sounds so free won't ya hwe me discover ye mapim tap send entienne also download the tap send app no ewo mobile phone so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana fa na nyina tap send papa no
check it. That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudu nani etena ka mu kwantin akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo owo so to mfaako sika so ne mpatemu anase achimota lapa se kosi nsawam. Jumidale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane anasa ade bia wo pebia. So ukoton ko ade a enye bebia wo se wutu mu a eye Jumidale. You can locate Jumidale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jumidale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Another day, another hustle. Damn. Man have to work. Man have to look for the money. 247. Grinding. We definitely had to do this, right? I think yesterday was a vibe though. We had to make time for ourselves and spend this money. Big money.
Alright, so Showbiz Daily, we are seated once again with a gentleman who know what it takes to run the show business here in Ghana. Sammy Flex is my name. Roland Amate is here. Nana Regan is also here. And Kojo King, the only king with double N. He is also here for us to do our thing. Ro, you were showing me something. What that is?
Okay, so it is a press statement released by Rude Boys Association. That is from the camp of Black Sherif. It says, Rude Boys Association have taken notice of ongoing conversation in the media about a supposed breach of contract by our artist, Black Sherif. Although majority of the discussions are premised on ill-informed and inaccurate information, we would like to assure the general public and fans of our artists that measures have been put in place to address any misunderstanding between the parties involved.
We Road Boys Association for.
Yes.
I'm a press releaser.
Exactly.
I'm a I release.
Yes.
Well, why they publish it?
Okay, so this is published by Zion Felix.
Zion Felix
page. So now what's this here?
Black Sherif.
Yes.
Send out here na Mimisa Kojone Nana Regan to send them so
So per this press release, I think say yes, they've not answered.
Remember, we have some filler.
Exactly. They've not answered any questions with regards to the ones flying in the media, which some are obviously rumors, some are unconfirmed and all that. They've not touched on any issue. Maybe the medical can say if there's even something to be said, Black Sherif should distance himself from this whole conversation and let the teams involved do the talking for him. Okay. Whether closed doors or behind or even in the general public. It is so for them to release this statement. It is clearly said there is now a sit down talk be somewhere. There's now some behind the scene conversation that is ongoing. Since starting a crowd now, and you have never started. That means they are trying as hard as possible to resolve the issue at hand, because both parties know the kind of damage this whole conversation is causing to their brands. If they've tried to resolve this issue, I think it's a step in the right direction. Because Black Sherif is so young in the industry that say a way a career like Black Sherif career, it will be very, very bad for our music industry.
Okay, now let me go on to Kojo King, and let me ask Kojo only about the second paragraph in the press release. I say, although majority of the discussions are premised on ill-informed and inaccurate information, we would like to assure the general public and fans of our artists that measures have been put in place to address any misunderstanding between the parties involved. Kojo, how do you also understand this? I know you're a PR person.
Why not trust?
I want to trust. Red Boys Association.
I don't pay no try.
Oh, how? So I'm at school.
Well, it's like meaning say Black or PR, solid PR team. Road Boys no or solid PR.
Press release.
Oh, send it through there. Send you can contract anybody to write. But for the time being, have we seen that a solid PR team behind Blackwa? Say, oh, pass them for one more. Or more back out. Even my information until TBB we see.
Oh, I also saw a press release from them when they won the Entertainment Personality of the Year at City TV. I saw they released a statement like that.
But when or BBNC, you know, near who say like the professional way near to say, oh, BB about Blackwa, you will PRB, a media house betting your friend, I'm about the casa.
We only knew so with team.
Oh, with team. Well, good. And Sunny and Emma echo about the brand, you know. Most of the time, I dear issues say, but artists are loose because they don't want to talk. And I am warm. Into a moment to me, we need some of these battles. You do error, most people are discerning. And you say, the fact say, you have to say artists are ungrateful, you know. We be about near the Akobo artists. No? If you're able to also present your case very well, be able to me, I dream when we say, oh, Charlie, any hey, more than ye. But Mujana conversation here one way. Na label no kwa na information media to presented their side of the story. Na we tell na man kasa na mo ma artist no amanfo e drone no omo fa ne ho different perception. Ghana had the side and the door society the moment wo the eba bia na case I had to say oh yeah repeller oh yeah any TV mechanics near the police station. We are ever choose this year. Come dinge
repairers
dinge 2 year old because your presidents be brave. It is a will be can they should come out first. No not sign way by to make Kelly artists. But thank God by be a year do you know. This is a era and never be say black cry who say it's even hype. You can even turn it to your favor. It's you know and check that you who be because of social media and technology in Niema AB you know. You who severally but and some years back and can wear a suicide can be me a killer artist. So if they really have something to say, they should come out and say it. They can compare a year they are yatting but they shouldn't sit down and say ill-informed and we don't know whatever we are talking about. We also have information from the other side. Also
why are they even describing what they are saying as ill-informed rather than supplying their side?
Exactly. What is ill-informed about this? If you have the accurate information, present it. If you think more guys road boys, you have the capacity, say a managing artist and professional ways of handling issues come out, do a press conference, release whatever information which is very, very important and crucial to the life of the career of Black Sherif now. Because Modri is a ne sources at heart. Then Mombra out. Na mo make press conference. Now mo invite the media. Now mo present mo case. Now the media will also analyze the situation and compare. Say, we mu de no mo kano. Then we can save the career of Blacko. But don't come and condemn. Say information now man for kano. It is all informed. When we have the document now. Most Marco sign now the contract is public. Muko sign with Empire. It's public knowledge now. About who will be analyze the contract. And label so I'm on any issue. No. Almost on my back. I want to rep a side of the story. And to every story there are two sides. It is on sides about. One side in bra. Don't sit down and throw yampia. Say we are doing ill informed or
yampia.
Inaccurate.
Almost to yampia.
Yeah, they are throwing yampia into it.
Okay, that was Kojo King then. And now we can to us. What do you also think about the press release coming from them? Yawa. What do you mean by Yawa?
Yawa because you can't state in a press statement say and the public or the media discussions I having is based on ill-informed and inaccurate information. When in the press statement you did not even indicate a single like ill-informed or inaccurate thing statement in my all correcting. This is just PR. The woman will say your trust statement so I can't show public and so we are addressing the issue or we want to address the issue and people will just read it and that's it. A PR been on the best and no crap on bear on more money than Yawa said on the no the use of agro and you so like a we've heard their side of the story. And it is nonsense. They are not saying anything that makes sense.
Madonna has spoken.
Yes, they have spoken with Christian, so it is their side of the story.
I think he also spoke with Hit FM. Yeah.
Yes, it is their side of the story, and everything they are saying, I'm repeating it here again. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a single sense. And let me say, so they need to sit down and resolve or address the issues. It's as simple as that. So they want to just sit down with maybe I don't know if I should even call them, their management. They are not former management or former manager. It is still their because they still have a contract. And to person when you're Montanas and the management in the bad ones, ADC, they want to address it. It is the best option for them to take. It will save a lot of things in Blacko's career. It is almost immediate to say, and the press statements and answer a kind of day. Or when one comes send a text message, say, meeting, and not fine. You don't do this press statement then. Wow, person will condemn me and commodity to I want to say when you don't even have any information to give to us for me to
convince us.
I can read the press statement because I can tell me okay, no crime can be and we crime right and say na road boys for can the any hand manager no cry so then we are having a discussion. You don't have anything. All your explanation on radio you're tuning in that doesn't make sense. So it is good. Go and sit down and stop doing the yawa things and address your issues. As simple as that.
Okay, so let me also share this with you guys. I've heard that there is going to be a meeting between the managers of Black Sherif and some industry people whose name I would want to keep out for now. And the meeting is that they are going to talk to the manager to ask him about the buyout condition. I say 1 year. How? They want to buy Blacko out of the contract.
Contract?
Yes.
The industry players?
Yes.
Why? To Empire or to who?
There is someone from Empire who is part of this meeting. I just got that information just this afternoon. Oh, no. The meeting is going to be held this evening. In fact, all things being equal, you go to the meeting ground.
I'm sorry. Manager or you're just investment friend.
Yes.
And then only industry players bimo any Empire reps and
yes. Yes.
Like most of because they don't
you see
like
they are going to buy him out of the contract.
Which contract?
And no next
if say industry for be there the way chair me do hoya pa
any industry for
point they say they shouldn't deceive the road boys, no. They shouldn't deceive themselves on your company.
This is
company nye joke.
Of course.
You can say company
betraying the
company nye joke. Ma for me bibi. A dear expertise and amowo. You bet me ni obi anante. Na ye di aba. It doesn't mean say you automatically are graded to become top level managers. What a dear professional but are they professional music managers
in those fields, business
in their respective business? Do they have the business acumen when it comes to contract analysis, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to managerial aspects near the idea? The road boys for no about that expertise, no.
I'm not sure.
Yes, allow the person to be managed professionally. I don't know they are sabotaging Black Sherif.
So is he not saying that?
Who could I want to me because our part of the system now is free, no. Obi bua know how. It is say about Daniel Machia friend and say was snitching on them, no. And no any problem, but I can tell you on authority say be a black or numpo dahwa. Which means a near question in a ninja, but only obey in that such a situation. If they say I'm more quack dear Chinama cast as me a channel. Movie are not more radio soon TV so say we are driving investors away because of
boss.
Yeah.
Here a black name meeting. So Oma who say I was some me I didn't win na any press release omo ye den brasa me I did omo ye den
I got a call just this afternoon. In fact, they are even inviting Sammy Flex TV to be there, but I'm asking myself, say,
to cover.
No,
that's what. So I've been asking them questions. Meeting now, do you want us to come and record the meeting? They are not too sure about it, but they want us to be there.
Or Sammy Flex should come as a witness.
Yes.
A clear case of on Tornamda. No, so see Nyan for Kuma. You guys didn't plan for this. More everybody was admiring the energy. They be now bomb basso.
Yes.
So if they want something done for the boy, the way they will pester you and here and there. My idea. But baby, I do know it is beyond you guys your capacity. You don't need an angel to tell you this.
They are just selling the boys to go and take their cut. I'm telling you.
Oh no, the Empire deal, that is what people think.
Yes,
someone around. Yes.
And they want to do it again because someone will say manager no a position no right. So what can we do now? Charlie and Pobi on also kakra one so they can't change the obeji bia yen fama no on pen baby intranesia yen kitam. No mama and right now obi akakra one nsem bia or person on black ye to me that demand or the interest is there. It will be betting me afraid boys na say Charlie o dey woman yen kwatana se na any meeting yen negotiate hina obeji for investment away ni na say the contract no bar clause and the yen ton yen tuaka na yen fa na nko nipa na ono ko hu sa nipa kro na ono beba be financial sa nyama we ono so be gene de okwa gene cat.
Do you know the one aspect also is that industry players no mudi ade we ni no almost serve as the face behind this conversation check almost everybody has a personal interest in the near future because almost all the industry players that I see involved or who is going to be involved in this has some future personal interest almost
with the artist.
Yes, with the artist in question. Mind you, he's one of the hottest artists now.
No two ways.
What did they to show be also it will sell? So it is either that artist is tied to their show one way or the other, or is tied
or
to
they have some future plans
they
want to do
because
with him.
Yes, Afro Nation by you, but Black Sherif is on Afro Nation.
Yes, he's been signed already.
Yes.
And some of the shows even outside.
Young Festival near there.
Yes.
And we know some of our people in the industry are frontiers of some of these gigs. So obviously, semedewa kono wako science deal na emba so a more yena. it is done on me, say I should protect you for you to
future deals like that.
Or even say show no more. So if the guy goes down right now, it is going to affect on one broke deal in the crowd. So now it is up to me as an industry person. Mama deal now, and I'm a breaking deal now, to protect you to that time. Now we both show them another call from body, no problem. But show them so that it doesn't become a disaster to me. Because already once I contract you, you've already taken the money or half of it perhaps. Until I was saying we protect even if it means sitting down with your former manager to cool tension for you to have a clear head to be able to deliver to that time. Yes. I have to sacrifice.
Okay. It is sad though, but we are still hoping for what will be happening next. Now let's move on to see what Afia Schwarzeneger is saying about the E-levy. I don't know whether she has a point or not. According to Afia Schwarzeneger, she thinks the NPP communication members, they are not doing a better job because she thinks the E-levy is already being paid. So why are they even making noise about it? They could have just gone through some Amazon ways to just let us pay and that will be all. Afia Schwarzeneger has been talking. Let's watch this video. When I come back, I'll ask Nana Regan first his opinion. Then Kojokin will come through as well as Roland Amate. Let me also say thanks to the people producing the show. Digital Rasta is Currency, Richie Flex, Yala Pichi, Tina Baby, and Gideon Neelam Tessin. And also big ups to you for always watching us. God bless you so much. Let's watch Afia Schwarzeneger. When we come back, we'll do the discussion.
Ghana, where the government communication is weak. Welcome to Ghana, where the government communication is weak, and they will not employ competent people to do proper communication. If not, someone him say E-levy here other than amunim, because we are transfer. See, I'm not gonna say we are mobile money transfer. Utu ya visa 1 CD. Say E-levy ne dada. Enti tutu na aban ne ba betutum adia ne wose ka aban no ekwa nko kana no tum no ye ne se enko kwhye telecos na chi what I say na nko omo increase ko be 3 cities na aban na be ka so ke munte so ma 2 cities na nka aban na look like a hero to Ghanaians. But as I'm saying, the government communication is weak and they will not employ competent people because E-levy there obi a wo use MTN mobile money no utu e bi dada. Dear Omubay and say Omubaba betutum. And Tia Monkasi yen to E-levy, Nemum, Monkasi yen penema buying into tomb. MTN mobile money, who to be dada. Dear Omubay and say Omubaba betutum. And Tia Monkasi yen to E-levy, Nemum, Monkasi yen penema buying into tomb. Because E-levy here. Welcome to Ghana, where the government communicates.
Alright, so like I said, Nana Regan will start this discussion for us. So Afia Schwarzeneger is talking. Nensa Moka and say E-levy communication. The government communication members have not done a good job. According to Afia Schwarzeneger, we are already paying the E-levy because utia momobia na yetew. Momobia momo transaction bia baby yetew. Bank transaction bia baby yetew. In fact, any transaction you do online bia no yetew. So why are they even making so much noise about it? Say things just add up. And I'm for about okay, matter so kakra na shemu ana obi aka na no atum. Nana Regan o gidi say Afia Schwarzeneger say okay, a point and a pointless.
Well, me new anti the person can see. And
okay.
Moreover, no.
Me tell you be man.
That be and your mom asem no. The anti amenti say me E-levy ni issue no me. I'm not following it.
Because they were here.
Yeah, I'm not following because the other day I was here when it was just yesterday. MTN for Sunday. Almost Sunday message. Dear value customer.
Call tariffs no
in line with in the So I was just in line with industry measures, kindly be informed that effective 1st of March 2022, our SMS tariffs for both on-net and off-net transactions will be adjusted from 0.0501 pesos to 0.055 pesos. Thank you. So
we say also text message now send you see I have to
from 0 to on-net and off-net.
Off-net. Say and two be woman come so muntu. Ya to be muntu no so matu. Until me I want to.
But it's different from E-levy.
Where on-net no. say bia o MTN offer MTN number on net off net ne bia offer MTN to Tigo nti no no ma totom no
can you send a message call MTN or outside of MTN
me can say the driver for the document for a two prices pay out for the tom I'm going to say see I to full move two full on
effective
and you know indirect also increase BB that is where I'm coming from say be a monso no E-levy ye practice that ye said that and almost some increase your money because now 70 so no bidding come say telecommunications in the crap no or money are buying I dream on yama be home because it's almost some hotcher and now say ain't to move for and I ever suffer for it because on say on only are buying no agreement now what it means is that yes government you are person obey but on over beje way you understand and so can say almost did that I will not doubt it I will not doubt it and in fact me say because of E-levy me momo crap me send you some here there me check here I don't want to see
no I don't
want to do the amount minimum say music at 200 room say me send 100 am send me we are your balance is not much made me back wash
balance ne penalty
no penalty so your candidate well I don't because E-levy say you ento one background we
on
that professional ground wait me can say bia Afia is not making sense because you ento abanin we
no but say yento abani wie na no kwa na man feel say nkofo no o maso an dey no because sanka emea anka ye ba sanka ma pass
nkofo be outside
the government
o maso an dey
like they are not doing a good
job because sanka emea kabare sanka we've passed it
oh say any dey hu chenku ne ndai say ye be pene ye mpene mamon ye be pass ye mpene mamon pass no and na enti omo kra aban no kra ntimi enfa and in this case anka parliament boye the greater part ewo government in power and anka bi anka meka say ni anka wo ni anka ma pass it that but as we speak you know parliament ni mu ache enti untimi nka say your government in power until you be pass it you understand ha e ye mre bi etwom di anka wo boye de anka ba resa anka ija ho nkomodi anka ekoso mesesi no parliament ni mu ache enti ye twen say decision bi be take illegal answer na ade ne beka so kesesi ade ya agi atomo aban na pass ade no enti who send this car check your balance and check it.
Okay, good. I don't know if you paid attention to if yes or
I did.
Now let me see the wisdom you are making from it.
Yeah, I think for the time being, this is one of the sensible things that she has said, and a tassum, what can't be deep, what must ye, and being expected to say Bianca,
could you say if you
say but why are they? Your one of us. Oh, he said, and you know the Oba sent to Kwane did you tell me near my like on time, near my be saying, say one of us.
Critical issues.
Yeah, go ahead, critical point, yes, in business, most times, say, oh, ye be net day, bed in barber to customers who are at times, what try so moon. Come on, who no more tears,
they run
away. It's the best thing is anka, send your suggestion, and can buy any telcos, no, a bear barco. Na, oma coded to telcos, no, the bed. Your communication, normally about we want to increase our taxes. Now, Afia, Omaba, no more a month for you did that. Now, buy no national communication, and see if we are and you say, oh dear, Montesoka Kaya bear the 50%. Nanka, I bear normalize it. But I think this thing has happened before. A binding telcos no edim komo pen.
Yes.
Ama reject it.
Yes.
Because almost no hwe say ube udu anim ube you ani ahyo. No momo ne e man for na ba delay. So customers no omunya problem they loses. So because of tariffs are being increasing it now, people are not patronizing their product and services. Then they lose. Then you, the government, you win. It almost reject such conversation. Say almost man muscle. It yes, Sonny was suggesting yes, it's the best, but it has happened. It has happened. Ama telco sunanya den anjantumo. And as a government, there are other ways I think now with the committee me I employ. I think say this strategy finding is so harsh and hard. Man to me absorb yen psychological way no ye. And can some man
massage
yes, I say ka cognitive way no softer. This is so hard. And couple the fact say time no mo dey buy no mirror system no mo sign ding. And communication in the premise di gina so. And some the E-levy it doesn't make good sense. What am I saying? And click it. What am I saying? It doesn't because doesn't man E-levy free education. Obi na ka say koye. A system na did that. What am I saying? And I will my reasons are say ye tangible near to asuma you to cry because okay then idea you trade. But everything around that communication, I agree with Schwarzenegger say, Oma nyeni ye. I saw my imagine say they will do it. So no matter what you do, tiase umpel, yeah. But moving forward, I don't think say government. This is the best way I'll make money on one for a income. Even businesses wouldn't do that. Say, say increment here. They find good reasons and they have a process. I'll be releasing information, kakra to say best sinking with the people. I won't feel it. They will say slavery. Yeah, they won't even feel it. They will be doing it, but they won't feel it. Say, at the end no more yet. It in Kawempon come to me a breaking. Maybe in 3/4. They be a 70% normally ba. First we know my 10%. Second maybe o my 20. Now last one no. Ebia what must say they say I can NPP for 2 years. It can be a first 6 months no more dey some percentage atoso. The next one normally the twice account. The last we normally account. I'm feeling the baby because I get it. But we now pushing the boom at the tear so and never more. Oshumre. Yeah, you just want to go shim. Aye. Hotel city to shim. Oshumre. What am I saying? Schwarzenegger, that was a. But let me ask you this because I come to Roland. Can someone also argue say a binding person better dying into the all ye biano or catch them so there will be transparency? How about that? It's not about that. No, say a bino ekase or yenny say. Na actually no any sa wadada o ka che o say e fa say dey Afia nege ka no esenka omu yetia charges dada no no me de bia ka ho omu nim say sa ka no de account enye directly under the momo. It is for a different purpose. If they don't tell us, is it not free? No enya dada yen it is clear to yen juma yen o man ye buso ani nim kwan a ye first companies be bria buy one get one free. But in natural sense price na ye de turn back no eno ana ya increase no na ye de ayemi no enti uta atwa say enti ye so turn back a ya chow back but actually you have bought two. You have paid for the price for two. But ya yen say psychologically they are toward room what we say are they not tobacco ye chow back na sales no ye de e cost eno no me ube hu ameka say oh yeah that a strategy. It's what that upper hand knowing the kind of people they are dealing with, and they could have dealt with the telcos in a very professional way. Yeah. They didn't give the telcos enough reason to even do that because you have control over them. But at the end of the day, now you say, "Who you were him?" Show be. If really send KBA, oh, more ya deal with crime, you are also going to benefit because definitely and even though telcos no money na ye adwuma mumba omutua a lot of certain charges bi ni ade a omo nso na eku omo enti wo ye bibi say na dey na ultimo so subsidize omo then uni omo ye bibi say it will really make sense say bia o a portion of their
you waive off some of their taxes, yeah.
Yes, taxes, no. Now, I can say, in doing this, no, you person mu ya ade we then, am I? Because at the long run, you bring more money. It's more far away now, more so money we the am I? Then they also did, but the command the keke so no, for the nim, me charges so. Yeah, to so meanwhile, no, yeah, you person you to your product so. Now, I feel the customers need free in sa. Then or the business.
Yeah.
Well, that thing Abana Anye and Schwarzenegger is right on point.
Okay, thank you, Kojo King. Now let me go on to Roland Amate. Let me listen to what Roland will also add to this discussion.
This is a very spot on conversation.
Wow. And then there will be a boy of Schwarzenegger. And I'm so surprised about it.
What can you say?
In fact, I am there, especially coming from somebody like her. Whom among for the perception about her outside is that she eats from those pockets, so obviously Anka is ceiling and when it comes to some of these conversations. But for her to even take that tangent way and not the usual sometimes attempt the DNA in it makes very very
and one and whole fanatics so all the issues
exactly.
The way they are supposed to be said.
A man and then a man at the end of in fact. I always say, I also share the same view. Say the government communication team, as at this time, more that.
Really?
Oh yes. Compared to the time now, COVID strike, call lockdown. In fact, there were so many things that were going wrong in the country. But because of the efficiency of SAR communication department, head by Honorable Kojo Upon Kromas at that time. It was very very good. In fact, people who were even in bondage because of COVID, still let's check the number of complaints and the what system with regards to how things were difficult. Even that time the kind of for TV
I think they were doing good stuff, yeah.
The communication,
the constant
reports,
yeah,
and interaction.
Let's go.
No matter
no donation, say donation.
The constant reports and communication and interaction.
Meet the press occasions, yeah,
was so good that, in fact, even some of the donations that came now, we saw news of people stealing some of the donations here and there. Fans buy a amount for embezzle funds. We saw news of them. But the way the communication team communicated the thing to the general public made us feel say there was even nothing wrong as at that time. And in fact, this time they be obia no otua tax every day. Even you are buying the crap or kombobusunya crap kutia interest count. Any. So when it is something that has to do with an increment of a tariff or a tax, and I say who disicate if you be on more obia any you would either have to give the person a very tangible reason or find a way. When you are anybody in the administration department is not 100% or even 90% transparent, it is not true. The moment you are in an administration,
you try to cut corners.
Exactly. So it is either you do that when you presented your whole E-levy or whatever to the general public with the kind of explanation you brought, you saw the kind of agitation and
that came up
and feedback that came up. Nothing stops you from going back. I remember I saw articles of when the value added tax was introduced first. It was almost the same feedback. But aren't we've been paying value added tax since? Yes. If that is the agitation now, then what stops you from going back to learn that old strategy, which they were able to communicate and explain to the people well
and execute it
execute it like that? In fact, one say tax ne won't say and just say Ghana for person who bet you E-levy no. In fact, Another fuel prices here near Sena. Even every 3 days, you increase lorry. Yes, have you seen anybody parking his car? And then Obe will not be a chat the price of fuel. Obe will not be a chat the price of fuel cream. And then they're gonna head you as soon as you no boy pepe. On packet car, they will still buy, they will still do something about it. But then the better explanation now, the better. If you can't give them any better explanation, nothing stops you from doing the kululu now. But this time in a soft way for you to be able to execute this. Okay. Because yes, you may have some plan and say it is going to help the nation or whatever you guys call it. But then, no matter how your friends say good your intentions are, tax if you be everybody
will not be happy
about it.
Will not
be happy. Everybody will try to dodge. So it is better they find a better explanation. If there is still about 60 to 70% refusal and agitation in the system with regards to the E-levy, then it is a clear indication that they are not communicating whatever it is well to the general public.
It is not something that people are ready for.
Exactly.
That's what it means. All right, guys, thank you so much. And for the first time, let's say big ups to Afia Schwarzenegger for saying something positive.
Oh, dear, cry, where's cry?
Good, say.
Oh, dear, cry, cry.
For the first time.
No, I mean it bad.
For the first time.
Who says something positive?
I saw the culture.
No, and so what I want to say is that if you're Schwarzenegger for the first time has said something that is not controversial, but it's worth talking about. Oftentimes, this is more controversial. Somebody didn't talk, but we were calm. Obi awa bi asa ne adwin.
Oh, and I want to hear
video. Because the point me no making it, I say I'm buying communicators and communicating.
It is true.
It is not for me who no crapple as anybody to anybody's benefit. It is like more communicating in our party in the That's how it is true.
Party and the government. Obviously.
At the end, your tear did that.
Yes.
And I hear betum. It's the way I'm targeting E-levy, no. I say different thing here.
Maybe MTN send you message. See, I say your tariffs have been increased. What you say that all?
Dabi.
What you say that all? Wow. What's the message? They cry. What's happening there? No, baby, I say I don't. What you say that all? So if they had passed through that same process, obviously, Obi and you are complaining.
Guys, for the first time, Afia has said something worth talking about. I think it makes sense. You know, big up. I'm saying, ne papa, free, you know. She's becoming level-headed. She's becoming very level-headed.
You guys shouldn't be happy for you on there or you're unpredictable.
Oh, we know so unpredictable. But guys, thank you so much. This is still Showbiz Daily, and we want to say. Alright, so I want to say big ups to Tap Send. Information is that now if you're in Canada, you can also send money using Tap Send. The whole world. I know my friend in Finland, he will always tell me, Brasami, why is Tap Send not in Finland? But they are coming very soon. Atekawan agrees that marriage is very difficult for musicians or better still celebrities. He thinks that if you are an artist and you marry, sometimes the marriage might slow you down. I don't know whether you guys all would agree with this. Not long ago, we all remember what Kofinti also came out to say, that because of marriage, so many things about his music career slowed. Atekawan agrees with him. I don't know whether he's married or not married yet, but he kind of agrees with Kofi Inti. Let's watch this video from Base 1 TV, the Sammy Flex show, and I'll ask my people whether they agree with Atekawan or not. I get that point. Okay, so the next question will be Kofi Inti, who also said that marriage has slowed him down. Are you guys scared of marriage as celebrities?
Married?
Are you guys always scared to get married as celebrities?
I don't know. Maybe he has his own reasons. Me, I'm single, so.
When are you getting married?
I'll get married when I'm ready to you need to be really ready before then. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think you need to get? When you say ready, what do you think you are looking for? What is that thing you know that when you see it, it will mean that now
To
I'm
me,
ready?
I don't think I can even explain it here. When I feel it that I'm ready to marry, come on, I'll make the approach.
But are you of age now to marry? You think you are?
Oh, come on, yes, of course, yeah.
But
But I have a lot of things I need to do before I even jump into marriage, because you know marriage comes with a different
vibe.
You know, wahala, which
So
you
that
can't
was what Kofi was saying.
If you music stuff, they give you wahala. you promote your song stuff, the song don't they go. Then you don't want TV, they don't even show your video. Then your wife say, hey, na super, na me I mean Didi, hey Charlie. Music said this, why he said Charlie. I think you have to be ready, really ready to make that move.
Music says this, wife is also saying this.
And say this.
I know that's why more musicians are running away from marriage. All right, so that was Article 1 on the Sammy Flex Show, recorded from Base 1 TV. Now, there's another angle to this particular conversation where we asked Article 1 about event promoters in Ghana, how they are dealing with celebrities or musicians. Article 1 says something worth talking about. Let's watch that. When I come back, we will discuss both angles from the showbiz, that is the Sammy Flex Show on Base 1 TV. Watch this, we'll be right back. Let's talk about event and promotions. I know, sir, you are one guy who doesn't really separate where you perform. Nansanya Shatta called Miami by your State of the Industry address. He said something, say he doesn't understand why every event is centered here in the capital city. When you go elsewhere, it doesn't happen. You have been in this game for a longer period. You have 8 songs. How is it like for you with events in the other regions and here in Accra?
I'll say, that was just by the way. Yeah. I'll say, I'm based in Accra, but I enjoy most shows outside Accra, starting from north, because I feel we need to meet our fans, and then we can do everything in Accra, especially where you are. If you live in Kumasi, you can't do everything in Kumasi. You need to come to Accra too, and come and extend your fan base.
Exactly.
You know, to be frank, all my shows, when I play show in North, it's sick. When I go to Kumasi, the vibe and everything is, Accra is just normal because this is where I live. I feel everybody, Charlie, every artist should try and, Charlie, make your ways outside Accra if you live in Accra.
One of the complaints I heard by M1, they say that people can't pay well.
Some it's true, some too. Bro Sammy, you carry me. It's true. I remember way back that we started with the Ngenge thing, and then some of the shows, these people, they call you for a show, then we bargain with management and everything. Then they send half of the money, then you have to go. Charlie, I don't know what's wrong with some of the promoters there. I don't know show. Super Charlie, the balance there. The balance there, dang. So it got to a time I was even a bit strict on my management, and I told them, it's business we are doing, and we need to survive.
Yeah.
Now we have to make money, we have to dress good. Yeah. When you come around, the fans should feel like this is an artist.
Superstar,
you have to, but you can't just come around and then do the thing and they feel like they will beg you. So I told them, they're begging there. If you keep on.
So when it happens like that,
some of them, honestly, me I promote so, and then me that charm. And then they won't get me again because.
Sir, any time management training in an assistant.
Oh, every muyaza. I'll call scenario say other artists bejiska oma me show no. I don't know, so omo tie free again no. I don't even know. I mean, it's true, like basically they be braka promoters so.
Okay.
But yes, right now they young Mr. Accra.
I see. And they also complain about maybe bad logistics. Maybe so they almost sound in venues.
Sometimes with me, I'm one artist that so far as your business Navy and everything has gone through fine. When I come and then the sound is not good or however it is, if I have to still
perform,
finish my deal with you, I have to because I have no option.
Okay.
If there's even 2 people there, so far as I've taken the money, these 2 people are fans. Let me give it to them. Maybe I'm that. That's how I consider it. So I give it to them and then they also take it from there. Maybe they are also going to spread my music across the world. So.
Okay, so like I said, Roland and Abbas will come through. All right, so that were excerpts, or those were excerpts from the Sammy Flex show on Base One TV. Now, Mami Kokojo and Amni Kojo start to say marriage and events. Article 1's opinions, no. Then I Kojo so again.
Already. Enye ejuma kitwa. Ejuma atwa.
Eda Kojo so be ware be ba no.
Oh, say me dey easy mami. What I say? Of course. One more. Oh my God! TV soon so I can't say what I did. Main Kirby. Main Kirby. Almost the end of my Kirby. Bobo. It's media. Me Kirby. But media ain't day, mommy. It's a holiday.
But I said we do the
Edding because you're titi. Omo ma komu no. Omo ka. Omo di mu nkomo. Eni yedi ani so hobi. Enya ade ketwa. Enti no oye obi a pese okoma. Ese wa adwin no wotimi si ne poyi eno ti na omo yom say for better for worse but I na better na yede yete better no more than worse no and e ba no ye work creative arts money ade an kwa ne kwa de nye because the woman ankasa the creature woman ankasa an embodiment of attention. A woman needs attention. Ana adie bi creative bi so here more attention. It is a ebeka ho a o craft no etwon na oba no so etwon
and article 1 said the same thing. It's enyum na etwon na oba so etwon.
Exactly, and they be because every creative person is greedy when it comes to their crafts. Because what they go through and son or matimi do left level no and yet small sacrifice. Ebi mutimi koda sa for some years obi okra na ohu oba akra na oba ho yen fe because onimi se otimi hete sa level na sa na man nyina abeba ne nchen iti no say do say they should choose between craft and any other thing be craft no they will choose it and until most of them omunya bigger contractor they don't care about whatever they are owning a chance and you are going through or drain in forward match. Enti aware de aya amanfo advice say especially musicians if you are young kebetumi anka enware unyin kakra no aware because the probability betumi a slow down high because here the emphasis oba no point title ye wo awo mu complications bi ni ade wo hono a ohun especially say wakọ akobofra bi a sebi owo yare now we musician. Imagine say cerebral palsy in it and but as a musician now who will be the fee. Sa mental psyche na odi betimi atno nyom ne ada okay bia say wo sa isu no fear e betimi slow down. Oba bi wo ho a complications or be go through near ade as a man sa ne ma wi nyina betimi ayede ahito aside say na ye basic one po ye ka so oba na nya oba how the crowd no the infant to but other genuine and natural complications be one more it's not a joke and to a point say do baby a adwuma na wo ye na enko sikasam ne niema bia ubetimi dia hwefie and musician bia no creative bia no so pick kakra or pro boy high time on namase ho no high o sinam on namase onyo bia no owie na nyom ba ko fa na hu oba odi na chias kwakuma no na mi udia kwaku na mi de odia o simbebu yeah it most of them no fa omuso ne omuma anka no de onu hu superstar da mbra onyi hwe no kura no ohu superstar and now till Roland ohu superstar ba de ba Emuma rola. No, who baby or did they have a child? Or the never child or young vessels.
Hey, do now go.
Oh dear. That's what I sat down to the fool.
Hey, David.
It's pressure no home more. I just said you make sure you have the money, be a customer, and your space you crowd worth more than say. Sika the best sustaining while career no. Shows are here your boy hanomo and sana when you be the aggressor or so on or the field. You share outside now or break house no be brain and yinesi castle. Subain ebi oba ne suban ana mema ne suban na say cheating e na omo west no omutimi celebrity for no omutimi di jaware by hide majority Nigerians castle cause when timi anya sika o de be na sa pressure from family, your immediate family, that is your wife abofraba mukura na more pressure and sana wow family and sana friends and what society also.
And the people you work with.
The people you work with. Society expects from you. And the divided attention. Naturally, you have to travel. You have to go here and there. And maybe our plan so in the next 4 years, and you be woman. Then the family comes in. I'm the before so. I don't know what that. Now one 1 year, 2 years, the edge, nana. So woman,
that's our pressure.
Pressure no so started, but men what we say. See, I no baby, I'm a carrier in the now. You what? You been your problem. It's young train. Obana TSU, but when family started, then Obana non so started. With the young and yet we say, Didi. Then you can cry by see a Didi. A day no bedi, and colacra in Shra. Yes, so what? In Shra. Ya maybe be a quiet money at the other. Into young, then Nina, you have to think about some of these issues. It's there we have empirical evidence. Say, as a creative person and a musician, warrior, there is a probability. Say, a bit me slow down. A man be walk around or better was here right from the onset to this. Oh, near maybe say minimum juma, it will say minimum juma or yantina, and I'm a tear, but body no be firewood.
Okay.
Need to be an abijama one job. It be abijama a one job 4 days. But the 5th day, no, I think it will be a friend. I think say, Oboni say feelings. Say feelings, no start to say sorry. Obe forget to say hey. Now Matthias yes say. I wanna come say I Matthias say but today my bread I from me. And so damn in check.
Matthias yes. Now some Matthias
but they say that they be mean to me. Oh, into one calculate money you know. It is super complicated. Super complicated. Unless you be our best cycle with what they need say musicians no be some why no. They need to really psych themselves very say adia me I need it at this time. And most of them are a delay no. Ko hwe do na obi a wawo ba ko mienu pe ebi kra wa nyimpa ba na ne marketing because and I say on them a different women now. That is what we see. Most of them no on marry, but it will make babies around. Send every on say Becca say or bear we are no wabobra. Inti article as someone can wa any the end.
Okay, now to the events promotions ne omoni ombo shows omunti omuka ne sane mano.
Well, ombo shows na omunti omuka ne de your sister me no yes, ebe so happen. Because what happened because you empathy ye niema in the right way professionally. And almost so much charge do. And kwasi a charge ne doso. Because me be fast oh at times oh that way. Yeah friend I take over just over 50k. Okay. Yeah come show no konongo. Okay mate o de me no mama thank you. So your boy show me. Minim pa say and kwasi a charge na dem am no. It be ntua. But me kokan o me bo. Ti me mo be bo me wi am ntua. So both ways. As I say, most of the artists today no they should be very reasonable. Say me no konongo ahi na umbetimi etua for gate process na me frɛ wa wo de a ne sɛ wo de wa jiw sika na wa ye safe ti ye ba sɛ show ne be fo emfa ho enso yenya na se yetimi survive ya de bia ye ne be ma aduane ade ato table so but they don't think about that long lasting relationship with a year event organizer say ye duane e wo mobotum enti no say ye hwemu yi a na mo so mutimi nya nkwa
de bia
ye bedidi
adidi dada
na neno me flow once no abebo no abeje sebe ye wie na me bomb calculation now the what uni cruise matum ka pua na mko eti one solution ya omde betimi dia avoiding crowdfunding de omka ne say they should give reasonable pricing man price obetimi atua eno no enka no do tua ka wa free ba ko 20k 50k okay then they be different strategy. Oh, mema the half ye bo show ni wi ewi ya no ma ba be so na me enya ntokwa so me mo hu reality no me ma hu wi a na ma pa ocho na me ko but another way so ne say omo imbibe the culture of contract.
Okay, because
ye ko yenim to obi say be perform and make sure say my contract but also who ni say be e come wo mu ntino until you lose sight of certain things that can save you as the artist. Save contract one I went to ya. Your management can take the person on. Cause I hope say sika or more than kabo ma yiskapa. But unim say nya de on bet me ide etua. Ti number 1 ni hear me pa ye. Omo price no am the man. That boy be say my mean pa. Oh, yeah, far from which was 16k.
Oh, if I
could say me question or Obama shows.
Oh, crony ever.
Yeah, boy, see aqua. See aqua.
Chromo could
any paya say, what's about
16,000?
We say it is 16k for a show. And one anywhere you. Look at you.
About shows.
Obama shows. I can't think about shows.
If I tell my boss, I can't this Friday. Oh no, na ko just what you know. I bet to Okay, thank you, Gojo. Now we can come through. Let me also listen to you. Two angles. I take one sour already. Or artist the only ready a main room and I event and so someone for a bomb up.
Already, my main term as an amateur.
And you have to square bloggers in the Amoka.
Gojonia was our idea.
Oh, that was the and now you're bad pants so they are maybe they are all pedal. I am correct. I am fat.
No correct. There are realities on the ground. I'll start with the events in the promoters and the issues. I think that Kojo last point I'll raise here, one of the factors I am for the Ekotopo mature. Because sometimes I encounter bidder. If we be at the neck in Coco, I got poo party.
Poo party. Any paper bamboo 200. And that's the fact.
And we were even negotiating. So, Uncle, what the letter born the price in the way, and they are okay, fine. Don't even come and perform. Come and pass through.
How can I person basis? I pass through.
Let the fans say, oh, Waba full pass, hey, and then you can even go back to your hotel and go and sleep, go and do whatever you want to do. Charge us for that.
Almost say, an event promoters can. Oh,
of course.
Minimatis be on the medicine community. Pass through as it that be Brasami. So I pass through
Yes, I know inside to against the fans.
Yes.
No. Yeah, and you could be in my own. Say, you involved in the business and say, be doing a crime. You know how to bargain for something because for belly artists and sana, you start making announcements in one account before you, the promoter, will go on radio and wherever you want to make your announcement and all of that. And if you
but now you would also agree that promoter be no better, but still be ready so I can say, oh, I take one a bar, be say how, or they turn the ticket.
That I may share no corridor no, because we can get Obi. Now say Obi to me, Eddie Obi caught the wedding and say uncle perform. People should just take pictures and they give the person an envelope. They pay. me last year more me call wedding worker. So I invited 2 artists. I'm be performing. But nipa ni tu omka. Only omu di nkomo nje so. Chale se eba wedding na eba be show face or wedding na say my say. And nipa ni agree tu omka ba kokra pe de 1 month na omo kwa ko chisi na aje musika. Oh.
O me performing so one time.
Ba say omo friend na say o di me ba mbasa na wedding yi.
Wow.
Ati asenti no kwedi aye ndi man ho na masa anya ma bi it and artist na nkaza so ka sa no kwedi na omundi o ontimi entra na onka se o ye bo show akra what say sa akode eje 50k and access senti o pese sisi awon so nyama hitinti o pese by force and me sometimes I ask myself say then parents in mom will charge 50k mo baba be kita disposable cap I will stay so na microphone like why because social artists are on rates was yeah there are a lot of factors. I have the William McDowell if America bahada and you said they charge keke when they charge you on rate it has a breakdown. You're breaking it down. I'm say, "Sasi kana imagine. Where man? Where you say? Where yes sir? And who promoter now holding the panel ban? When you clear understanding, it's not like what you have to say about the Bosho stadium there. Sana Ghana for a bimu housing you. Stadium your man, you can imagine 5 10. You come for your money half stadium crowd. I'm not breaking it. My young, no, our boss sika be outrageous price be. That is how they do their omu dancers na omu chibeda ebesa na ya mu interview. They don't even pay some of them. They don't pay them. As what charge you kufu and awaji one na HS ask no one cat put the womb then now babe are you even playing live? All these things should be factored because they say but live band that is okay me kwa ko fani pass mesi mefa odikuro oba be bo guitar mefa French children oba be bo keyboard mefa the part and this person is charging let's say 5,000 out of the charge enti I don't know the obi asika bobo ma obenya sika mo na da so okay papa we dey offer na 50k amati the day ba bia 70k say because on crofo asase kana just on kwa aji asha na tawo so akakodi okoche ama obi owo ejumanu mu bibia obi enya ne che. So sometimes it makes sense like that. But go on monyanya one hit 2 hits people now I started the price be at to it so who friend so me bo show enye bibi oba be na say me ko Kumasi I went to a venue and the person yemfa organize show be in August and the owner of the place was telling me I asked the Kumerica we are Kumobi do as na Kumasi for boys no omo ntimi afa Kumerica na cry anya hwe ne ho and I because boss o kakra won se mo am so so father na on the boys na negotiate and come with am nye bibi in the name of Kumerica I say hwe nana ye kro mo afọ boys Sunday price of my boss 60k na be mo price 60k
why no
Kumerica artist here my hate na say
wow
nenu mo bi kwa e 2 obi hate song
mo Kumasi
Kumerica dey see ni mo
I'm telling you yes
ya talk money say Kumerica dey ye ni mo ya talk Kofi Jama Kwaku Flake almost say that
60k no one ke ka ho
e wo Kumasi
ho no ma man say chale na hwe me ha no mi mude mumbra ni na nka etimbu na me sakrapa etua moka wo anka mumbo ahe na metimi krapa age o gate sometimes you need to consider some of these things sometimes you know promoters you know so people be it is not the right thing to do nobody is encouraging it but situation na ekoso no obi abe use na adwen dey didi so that is why ebi mu support artists now for deliberate obu on so a obetuma your budget e betua na ka especially the sponsored shows concerts no ebia wa your budget fam ye tua pepepe Sammy flex be 5,000 Roland be 70,000 we be we gan be ebia 2,000 say discount company ne tua o enye ni sikapo company ne tua so say be o de be ma so Sammy metro mu so be Roland also dey
man be tired sir
me ni pa
oji promotion
abaso tenaso
oji dey ya
oji promotion I don't want wasuma o kwa hwi ni eti sama ni jasa
pity edi
we man ni chela
na regani no
no
Oh man, Jaisa. I don't this guy can say.
This guy.
Well, ebi mo so yes ah, nti omo yes ah. Omunjai. Because at the end of the day, mo adwuma ne koso na mo nya mo cat na atisen nya ne de no be nya ne ka na industry e mo ye de na afi bia etimi aya akono na obi etimi abomu.
Okay.
So back to marriage na so
good.
No cre. Because the nyama na ma na ye no cre no ye nyama kakra bi. First, make say eya na emma no enware they marry characters they see. Not like
what the people are.
Yes, that's what I want to say. Well, who baby Roland Sammy Flex TV so. Roland o kase you. Roland o say you. Roland
addressing family so.
Yes. O she is ni ade. No accessibility time 2 weeks ya. No people pa ni echi sa. Ye enye Roland. Why? Yeah, character Roland. Only way continue fi afen about Roland.
Roland amate. Amate ni ofi.
You're telling me Roland.
Say, or you're intolerant. Say, or what botre, unya botre, umushiwa.
Yeah.
Ni na ofi. Say, be a simsia. How be addressing? Fam betna. Into usa oba na wo hwe Roland na wa fall in love. All the obi an for no mo fall. Obi an for wa fall am Roland. I was also cycle wide say beyond Roland being the pandit. I'm a pen as a pandit. Who is Roland? And nipa ni me ko huna and I make me who say oh say na Roland off camera. Meti me na tena meti me na yeah me ne kasa off on so crowd boy look me say yeah or you mature
level headed
yes so any money na pay attention to it. But most of the times when they fall in love, especially with musicians, when you fall in love, or by say a carbon graduate, now dream be any baby, especially when the musician starts to respond to her. Giddy, the Asako feel crowd catching them and say, hey, come back as an American and a cassava, say, Bia, Kidney, Kwame Yuji, Binini, yeah, now they are caught church of Crawford, and no winning Jim Quanti, on that time upon and drink and who said no. Nipan and Baba were no. Or ye public person, and yamen kwana no interest with our options, chemo, our options.
Our options, yeah.
How is the person even overcoming those options for me? A challenge. So bit me true be you say oh media boy. So you pay you pen and pen. A big challenge. I wasn't depending overcoming. No overcoming we are. Said they are all falling in love from afar. How many people are falling in love from afar like that? Sorry. Maybe I will not crap celebrating the crowd only. And they are also mapping, and I say they are trying to put up certain measures on making me getting into the person's life. All these are challenges. And a nipano, oh yeah, they are an ejuma time. How I will stay up on sing. And in our musician at time of recording on the boys VPA or Mukosh or Mu to Quine Sanyamani. People, most women, they don't get time to think about it. Say, oh, Mukosh or Mukoda hotel. And you're showing in a bit me DH. Men DH be a saying and measuring. And always have been saying, say, yeah, Nipano. Will be no relationship, only assumptions about the partner. Yeah. That feelings is natural, it will come. Sometimes we'll throw a partner cry at a certain time, no one for no, or the phone to a pet. Not questions just that because we answer. By this time, about my order him, by the or then one or into our call. Those questions will come. But if you start to give yourself answers to it, depending on the way a person won't farm, if you want to take the pain and you want to start giving yourself answers to say, oh, it's a cry, and no man in the tire, it's a cry, shake it, you want to my friend now on farm. It's a cry, or yes, and tell us I'm not friend now. Now I don't know oh, now me ya sorry. Oh, I shall give you. Now the best start. If you who you, it's in Peru dona, and now once a what team commodity say, oh some krofokuo we die
say no motie
enti ono apart from so I fall in love no oba what say say obe ware ono was ada police
see
oba so chill ne ka say say ka say krofokuo we die na ne number for na and I say ne now for e bi so mo pen na say so mo pen no mo tunu for some krofokuo ni anko ware omo na we mu die say no mo be bro na omo so omo dan
omo nsem ne na ere ni
yes no massa dan monitors and cameras, CCTV cameras and manity. See a catcher say obey say. And today they will be feeding you those information. See a catcher don't say by this time crowd say what friend say awkward you macron by. See by this time I say question club on them ma. They can't say but if you psych yourself say that could joke and with me psych why you prepare why you ahead. Say okay, nipa na me kwakwa accept the person as he is. Say the oko nipa na bra bomu na bra bo ne ofe no. The mistake they do is that they don't when they come they think they can come and change you. Oh, this is Sammy Flex. Me who Sammy Flex or base one team me who no show base daily. Say no yeah, it is very interesting. Oh, bra no say ushia no abon ko treat you fine. Build the relationship on that note without those assumptions and conclusions now. You want to
yes. Yeah. How is he treating you? Or dealing with you?
Focus.
Focus.
Focus. Because the one who don't make up your mind say you want to go and change it. And that is why Kofi and other musicians will tell you say, "Yeah, we are not in your manner." The reason why Ajigune say, you see, at the point when the woman becomes a force in your life after marriage, and yet you don't deal with the woman alone, you deal with or banane wa ferry phone in her because obe started so complaining at wa ferry for or me kunu cry say and especially in our space when you are even working busily and hard and returns are not coming. Oh, my catcher no say o my onjai na anka yem bie shop bu ha na ka onye say but chale sometimes suit so wo zeal bi wo mu say no ade we person me pim so about 5 years me bu ban me ni baby ameko. But they want you to stop. That is why you know onyanka jai. Said the bear and jai no it's not like who jai na bia onim for dito say baby or say kofa no ubedi ye crowd. Jai said the bear sa na assumptions ni nkomodi say o ko ba foforo o ye say oba foforo bi ba ho and I say it will be track. That is the bottom line. And it says studio put also call 8 p.m. Now, I share one of my for you. Musicians the Ramadan studios. Say 12 or say 1 a.m. Last time I walk with you. What do you mean, because you first say I'm a husband, I'm a responsible man. I have to go home by 7 p.m. I have to be in the house. To when your bar, what I say okay in that studio, I'm a cemetery. I see. But my okwa to boase. My wife doing that. My ye juma. The upper soil and ye. When your bar, tia says Anna. Or the ofrewa na get be na kasa we chi no na we so na obi timi ten aso no otie environment ko odi e koso ade kasa da bi baby aso won enye ho na I mean my I wish odoko u jantro
give it a kasa phone na chi no
o say like we are sure say one show like you never do one ma
that's a fraud ya the mami fraud video
we can you know
that's a fraud ya mami fraud video
mami fraud video na me hwe don't say a man
oh my god
on life
we can
and your relationship yeah me man dey me ka say dey ma almost no aware no yes and say ebi mo so ewura aware no mu ya they are also not prepared to position themselves as husbands. And access your back onim how obe combine the show business she is doing and then the marriage life. Entina akwakoye problem e wo fie. Now and also the same thing. Be man be feel especially when be man cry enye be man na manage and another be material and another currency na manage. Hey now only run and any currency to kan ko Kofodia. On be da one hotel. Na me so meti Accra and I meti Kumasi na me twen. And you may have a video call. Hello, darling, sleep okay, good night. Now the Akanina roll and currency. Then they cost a national in a multimus anti. Who knew be also what obey me are dealing with yourself. Now, and a soccer fan come for fry and wow, I ran up. And sometimes, you know, all I'm saying is that when you belong to this space, have patience, be tolerant, psych yourself for some of these challenges, and deal with those small emotions, and then maybe understanding. So we need power because of how we're all playing in life, and I say, oh, you need to know meaning.
Okay.
But I say because in comedy obedu abon so okunu yese ya e kire say o yese. And the omokano general nti the moment no go so we show based person oh yese ne ya and the emokan na no be no yede and no yenti no mba fi ntem. But Charlie sometimes ndra unu say 11 artists. Look at the time of framing. I was asking myself,
you didn't hear Lebene.
Elbena. Yeah. Time of framing, I was asking myself, may I read dimension? Then I'll be. Especially when we name the path for Crocodile Friend, Elbena. By this time. And I have frail. So, but a part of work.
Yeah.
But it's part of work. I have to go and do it.
But the danger even comes when you have to manage a female artist.
Yes.
And you quite know.
Yes. Now say I.
Afia say you manage now. Or you didn't need that. David. Go who the cry attract.
Of course. Well. Now say I'm promote. Any is the rest. I crowd promoters. We are breaching.
No promoters no.
Make come here.
And I'm on for say more than. Oh. Me dey say man for kasa.
I'm not for doing komo.
I'm not for doing komo.
It's not like if our partner and pen we doing komo.
I'm not for. Yeah.
I'm not for you.
I'm not for Islam munya man komo di. I'm not for heartless munya komo di. Okay, you go finally na enyane free ha. So still, but I think Nana Reagan has shared some serious points. No, can't the boss has what facts.
No, but still, the boss has.
The kind of boss has must say and yet and sempano what can facts.
Okay, what can
oh, I know you have over can what kind of say
what's your experience? What
okay, you can say
events organizers promoters need artists problems here. Obviously, until we all as an industry, just like musicians, producers, other stakeholders, started almost signing split sheeting. The issue of many way I with cheating me, many way I say why me saying, and to try a crown a coffee. Until artists and promoters will start adopting things professionally. Just matter the two try that.
Okay.
Why? Because in every fraternity, there are bad nuts or there are people who would always like to take advantage of people's leniency. They would always like to do it. Yes, promoters are calling or event organizers are calling on the artists. Say, oh, sometimes you guys should be very considerate. You go on Mama Bello for sure. I have paid you this huge amount. But show the show did not go as planned. At least be a little considerate. Regardless, I say we were
between promoters now.
Exactly.
Charlie Santa promoters, what they go through. Me kai me be a koe show be those times plus FM days. Me ne papa logic bom koe or bra for show be or Las Vegas. Charlie, that don't me call hope. Say me coffee me buffy me discover ba. In fact, I show me koe na sem JJ. Kofobi kaka boom and sana me dey chia me part of the show.
Imagine.
I remember Pani say June 4th today. Remember nothing. You can put antenna there here before.
Wait to quine.
Now side the car.
Aye.
Wait to quine outside the car.
Sure.
How do you explain even this to people?
Massa. Easy.
Promoters will sometimes call on artists to be a little considerate, and artists will not comfort. Why? Because of some of the bad experiences they've had with some promoters. Some promoters indeed are bad nuts in the system. They will always like to take advantage, like I said earlier. And they will come begging, oh, come and pass through.
But no ajiska.
Oba no ajiska, not the mic I shall say. Obo bet me at chile do money their sword. You hear me when you will be show or go to sponsors and tell the sponsor, oh, Sammy Flex. Maybe I should be a Sammy Flex.
Mini panel, yeah.
Oh, mini panel. Oh, what them 5,000 being found from Sammy Flex. Remember. 5,000. Oh, boss, and then my program you pass it through. They hear say you will make a picture. That's all. Whatever conversation that happens between me and you, will inform. The only thing is that many of my customers mama is going waba. That's all. And true, waba. Inti Sammy Flex where oh Sammy Flex over. Sammy Flex, we want you to be here. As to whether say Eban send and then kwa the camp with fresh Sammy Flex then day. Say, you are the church sour.
Sir, you want to back our later.
Yeah, you understand? Some people would obviously take advantage of some of these things. So until some like majority of the people will act professionally and come say, even if you are charging outrageously, crown. This is how things are supposed to be done. At least be more senior more rider my own. Your tibe boom. And quite ne tower ne nam ne one you now won't be.
A
man you now won't be. So sometimes some of these things until we become a little considerate and act professionally. So our problem with it a koswa. So now article 1, because of some experiences we are winning, even when there's a genuine promoter crown and yaman kuyi,
yes,
and even wants him to be considerate crown him,
he won't consider him.
He will not consider him.
I agree.
And
so once bitten, twice shy.
And if there is a promoter as well like Nanari Ganewo, our artists were not considerate on you. They came and even when things were not going as planned, they still stood on their grounds and even took whatever they said they were going to take. Not homogeneous to the core. Next time, when you are also at that level and somebody comes begging, you will also not consider that person. Which is why artists will always blame promoters. And show we show some more but when they need free shows, then they will come and call us. When they get money, then they will go and call these people. We are promoters. We promote artists each and every day. We hear of artists beka ko chinchins or the sika beka ko chairman for mo with this then they will come. Na me the sika come away, na me the sika ko na we are mafia me, na we are mafia me and come to you for what? Free promotion. As if sorry for that Christmas in the industry. So until we all decide to go, majority of us decide to do things professionally, it will be very difficult for us to remove some of these conversations from our space.
To still be around us.
Exactly. Now back to the marriage issue. May our real same way the Makanda. Anybody who has not listened to some of these sermons from me, I always say creative people. Oh yes. This is the third sermon.
Echo Juma was a Roland was a
oh yes.
Wow, what is that?
Only me back.
Answer your question.
What I say is be me worry.
Book money the reality near.
Creative people.
Question. I have more experience.
Creative people are different breeds. Creative people are different breeds, and the maker say you be only enough knowledge in the creative art industry, or you are not willing to sacrifice yourself. That is whatever you hope to achieve for that creative person. Don't enter into a relationship or even marry the person. Check everybody who is a creative who is successful in marriage. It is either the partner has a very vast knowledge in the space or has sacrificed herself one way or the or him or herself one way or the other for the partner to move. There are so many people. Sammy Kwame number 1. We were here when he started a relationship with somebody like Nana McBrown. Nana McBrown is also a different brand who would also want to compete with you in the same space. Obviously, these are two different brands with different directions. But then, all is calling for attention. If one is not willing to sacrifice, forget it will not stand. Fela Makafu and Medical, all these guys are just like Nanama McBrown and Ochame Kwame in the space. But now, they seem to be the power couple. Why? Because they have vast knowledge in the space. So even when a scandal hits Medical, because Fela knows that whatever I say, or how I say it can be twisted in the media, she will not grant an interview.
Keep quiet on it.
Exactly. Only knowledge was space nimua. Don't go in it. Because Sensen and Reagan kind, they already have a perception about people in the space. And the funny aspect is that he or she met you in this space. This is how I know you to be. Say now to you. The funny aspect is that and of falling in love. The funny aspect is that of falling in love, no now we are. He or she wants you to quit.
Yes, remember to Sammy flesh.
Exactly.
How now so?
How now share me?
Say it can be true.
With the with the fear, with the fear.
It is the men in the house. The men in the house.
When the fear say the same will grab it on, there's a possibility say fear will be then cheating or be submitting me grab it. Sometimes these are some of the insecurities a woman. And it is as a result of the fact that the person one is not willing to sacrifice, or two, the person doesn't have good knowledge in what
in the space we are operating. Yeah.
Regan Kasibi in the past said most of the people they see in the creative art space, or most of the characters they see on screen, these are characters. These are not people, though. And Kwabna, who has sung most of the best love songs in our space, will go to marry twice and come back. No.
Third World War.
These are characters. The fact that the person is on TV or the person is in the space, share, hey, come on, so we do a picture doesn't mean that on you will feel.
Sir.
Oh yes.
No, me uncle for baby I catch be at me.
Me
so many people brother me to both here. Oh yeah, I know so many people who tell me that. Yes. When I charge.
I have been with
a generator.
Yeah. The person will just receive a very bad call. 4, 3, 2, 1 action now I finishing. As if there is nothing wrong. Yes.
Oh, yeah, Bofa.
These are characters that they don't know. So the moment they get you, they forget, say, a bank manager in a bank is different from that person who is in the house.
Hope, yeah.
They want you to still portray that same character outside, whilst forgetting, say, this is show business. It is a make-believe kind of trade. Inti wa waro no, uo fie wa kache ne say, why ye nyom sa 2 years. Chale royalties my. Onyom yen streami, uniska. And so they be ebe show wo TV so. Ugo chain kwa chain recross. O dressing ne onyama nkyere obi a ontumi yi chop money wo fie. So obviously the person will always have a problem with you. Because yes, when I say we need to be fee. And so when wow nephew now forgetting say even most of the things that we do are scratch your back, scratch my back. Most people show faces just for favors. And here as creative people, sometimes favors are even satisfaction to us.
Exactly.
But to the outside world, obi can say, okoye appearance or say ma then obi say ya mama hwe. Ontia see o. Forgetting say onim say sa appearance na okoye was
and the lead into the next business.
That is what will lead into the next business. They don't understand. So until you have a vast knowledge in the space that's Nipani woman, don't even try. Don't make that mistake in Ponka say, when I get the person, I'm going to change the person or not. No. Recently, Rihanna people are asking, what are you going to do about it? You met her in that state. Unless you want to tell me, say, when you marry her, you want her to quit. Which is why we've seen so many people get married, especially the women in the industry, and they don't survive. They get married and they don't survive.
That's true.
Because their husbands or their spouse don't have enough knowledge
about the
industry and what they do. So Rihanna name call for na boy na ni punu na on ne wo na wanyem no. Obeja free because why? he or she, he knows said this is the space she's in.
And that's how she would operate.
That's how she would operate. Rihanna beko obey nefu. Rihanna beko obe run ho. Rihanna beko has obekwa her 1 week, 3 days, 5 days, 1 month on my. I know said this is what she is doing. But if you don't, you think today or channel can be too quite fear say because Cincinnati one why. Nse could do 1 week. No, because he's part of the running of the day-to-day affairs of the guy. So until you have vast knowledge or you are not ready to sacrifice, don't even get involved with a creative person.
Well, interestingly, Kojo say Emranche no mo worry no as a moti aware sem no as a more. And I reckon say on worry what ya worry sem as Roland zin worry what ya worry sem as na Kojo worry.
Oh, media experience no all say mene awarefo mena for do na ya awarefo.
Yes, so now for do na ya awarefo. Oh no,
wala funu na worry.
Oh say question ebusa ya o kan.
Wa worry. Da bi se wada for the brasa na brasa me worry. Wo wa worry.
Afina me worry.
There you. Se wada for the brasa me. Na wa worry. Wo worry.
Say tina me say experience.
Say you know
say be our now for be 20
oh Debbie
maybe now for be 500
Debbie
and I'm starting on grow na me sakra
yeah won
na me no ma grow
enti na e wo
by association
enti na e wa abre wa ba no
ma ware by association
yes wa ware by the
association but that me dey on chechire hu
o ba chechire ya dey to say
exactly o dey chechire hu Fidia de be you kwakwa. Fidia de be you kwakwa.
Well, fantastic submissions from my people as usual, and this has been another wonderful edition of Showbiz Daily here on Sammy Flex TV. Now, whatever we have said, we know you will disagree or agree. Whatever you feel, you too feel free and put them down in the comment section. We will surely come read them and take the ones that we have to take. The ones that we don't have to take, you know what we do to them. Trash. And I want to say thank you to Nana Reagan, Beef Nation President. Thank you to Kojo King. He is also a marketing executive and one of our pundits here. Roland Amate, event person, artist manager, and he is also ready to do your promotions for you. And he's a blogger. Let me also say thanks to Digital Rasta Currency on camera, Richie Flex, the director of the show. Emmanuel Lapiji is the producer. Tina Baby did our makeup, and Gideon Ilantesin is our creative director here on Showbiz Daily. My name is Sammy Flex. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If you've not done that, please do, because we have more coming your way. Until then, stay safe and remember, say, oh, by Bina Obey, Ukraine, the two. But that is not in Russia. We are out of here. Hey!